What's up, YouTube? Knight's Edge here again. Got a very quick little list video, something a little different today. I hadn't done a video in a few days, so I'm pretty busy at work and stuff like that. So anyway, before I get into it, I want to thank the Patreons, everybody that's, channel members, all that stuff. I really appreciate it. If you're interested in joining the Patreons, link right down below. Channel member, you can just hit the join button if you feel like doing that. You use those cool emojis in the chat. Hit the like button if you like the content, and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. You want to listen to me ramble some more about knives. So this is going to be the top 5 most carried knives in the last month. I've never done this list before. I'm going to start trying to do it every month. So I think it'd be pretty interesting once I get a few of them going to kind of compare it like month to month. But I'd say this one's probably number 5. Carried the heck out of this thing all month. Well, probably for more than that, but I think I got it more than a month ago, right after it came out, maybe a month and a half ago, something like that. But this is the CJRB Pyite Light. This one runs about 30 bucks right now, I think, on Amazon. I think they're still at 30 bucks. Really great knife. It's a good full-size knife. You get a good full 4-finger grip on it. It's ARPM 9 steel on this one. And I really like that FRN on here. That FRN feels a lot nicer than a lot of other FRN. It's not pointy and scratchy. Pretty smooth action on the button. It took a little bit for that button to break in. I took it apart, put it back together. I actually did that in a sharpening live on a live stream. A lot of people probably remember that. But yeah, it is a pretty good knife, especially for the money. For 30 bucks, pretty decent knife, deep carried clip, and it'll slice. It's got that forward finger choil, helps out getting in there for tight cuts and stuff. So that's number 5 right there, the CJRB Pyite Light. All right, number 4. Now remember, this isn't new knives necessarily. This is just probably my what I would estimate my top 5 most carried knives of the month. Number 5 will be this one, man. This one keeps making its way back into my pocket. Awesome knife right here, great work knife, and in my opinion, one of Benchmade's still one of the only ones I can think of by Benchmade. As a matter of fact, it's still fairly low price. This one is I think they run $144 right now on BladeHQs, where you can get them. You could probably get them in other places too, but they're in stock on BladeHQ, and you can tell by the little scratches and smudges that are wiped off and everything that this is definitely a work knife. I've used the heck out of this thing for work, and it pulled no punches with it. It's a good knife. I love the action on it. I like this one in particular with the Spyderco patented hole that Benchmade got permission from them to use. I like that opening hole probably better than the thumb studs. It is a good slicer. It's got a really good little hollow grind on it. It's got jimping right there, right by that hump. You can kind of get in there. You can even put your finger right there for tighter cuts. You can't, they don't have a forward choil, so you can't squeeze all the way on the blade, but it is really good for a lot of utility work, and 100% USA made. And I know that's pretty pricey to a lot of people. There's another one on this list that's more expensive than this one, but this one is definitely a great knife, and made in the USA, like I said. And Benchmade, their prices lately have been going up and up and up, but this is probably the only one that I can think of an example that their price is still very, very competitive. Super competitive, as a matter of fact. Great price on this one. This is an older one. This is the 550HG, actually. I don't know if you can see, that's 154. There's 154 right there. If you look really close, I think it said HG on there. Maybe not. Maybe it just says 550. But this is the 550HG, the one with 154 cm. And this thing has just been an absolute monster for everyday carry. Really great knife right there. Very useful too. All right, Next up on the list, we've got the Protek Mordax. I just got this one maybe a week ago, something like that. And I've carried it almost every day since, until I got it dulled up. I got to sharpen it up. But even with the factory edge, that S45VN, where's it at? There it is, S45VN. That did take quite a beating, you know, for a factory edge. Protek makes it. It's a ferrum forged design. This is the Mordax. Really smooth action, great button lock action. One of the only issues I found with this one, and I haven't done the full review on it yet, is you know, it only has that one deployment mechanism, which is fine for this one knife that I found. You know, I usually like more than one means of deployment, but if you do only have one means of deployment for a knife, you know, it better be a good one. And this one, the flipper tab works great, absolutely fine, you know, no issues there. So really like that. You can also hold the button down, deploy it like that, you know, so I guess that technically is two means of deployment. But yeah, it's got a really nice straight back blade shape. Got that forward finger choil, you know, you can get in there for some deep cuts, and choke back is pretty comfortable too, you know. Definitely still got the full 4-finger grip on it, choke back. I'm wearing a large size glove, so I got regular size hands, I guess. But yeah, great action on this one. Made in the USA, Protek Mordax, and that is number 3 of the knives I've carried the most. Number 2, this one, made by New Breed EDC, and just got it back from Mr. Eddie. Anoded it, did that really cool pattern on there, almost like a, I don't know, I would call it like a deep space looking ano. Pretty cool looking job that he did on that for sure. But this is a New Breed EDC Clydesdale. This is just plain titanium the way it came, and I absolutely love this one, man. This knife is great. The jimping extends all the way halfway up here. You got that hump right there. You can put your thumb on, you know, for some draw cuts, pull cuts, whatever you want to call it. Put your finger right there, pinch cut it like that, like Tri-State would say all day, you know. No issues with the liner lock, locks out just fine. The front flipper is really fun to front flip this knife. Great action on it. Mr. Eddie actually tuned up the detent on it a little bit, and you know, while he had it apart, and he also anode the handles, you know, obviously. That to me looks really good. You know, it's a really good looking anode job on that. The inside, you can see the New Breed EDC logo in there, and it is milled out, you know. Great all-around knife, man. 14C 28N on the blade steel, which, you know, helps keep that price down. I think whenever these are available, they go usually for $125, I think. So yeah, that's really good, a really great knife, and I've been carrying the heck out of it. Only reason it didn't make number 1 probably is because it was out for that few days with Mr. Eddie. So yeah, New Breed EDC Clydesdale. Number 1, you get the Vosteed Acorn, and this one I'm actually going to do a review on that today, so that'll be out later in the week. But this is a great little budget knife, man. This is the Ponz. The Ponz sent me this one, and the mini Acorn. He said, look, you can keep them, give them away, whatever. And I decided to give away the mini Acorn. I'm going to keep the Acorn because I mean, I've obviously, you know, you can see kind of some marks on it. You can see some scratches on it, stuff like that. I've used the heck out of this thing, man. It's a great little knife too. For the price, it is awesome. 14C 28N. They go for $50, which is very competitive, I think. You know, really cool captive pivot, kind of like that 6-gun, 8-gun looking pivot. T8 hardware there. Deep carry clip. Really ergonomic. You know, even though it's a smaller knife, it still has the presence of a full-size knife. You know, choke back, got my pinky right there, still got a little bit of room on there actually, and choked up with no problems right there. Is super slicey. 14C 28N on the blade steel. Super great blade steel, and is really fidgety too. It's one of the main things that keeps this knife going in my pocket over and over again, because this thing is just, I could sit here and open and close it all day, you know. I'm not even the world's best, you know, front flipper by any means, and this one and the New Breed Clydesdale I can front flip them all day long. So yeah, definitely a great knife, and big thanks to the Ponz for sending that one and a bunch of other ones to me for review. And yeah, so that's it. That is the top 5 most carried knives of August 24, I guess you call it, even though August isn't quite over with, still got a few days left in it. But yeah, that is the CJRB Pyite Light, the Benchmade Griptilian 550, the Protek Mordax with S45VN aluminum handles, new Breed EDC Clydesdale, anno job done by Mr. Eddie, and also the Vosteed Acorn courtesy of the Ponz. So really appreciate everyone watching, man. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope everybody's week's going good, and you have a good you know, day, night, whenever you're watching this. Hit the like button if you like the content. Subscribe to the channel if you want to listen to me ramble more about knives, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks.